Welcome to the kitchen here at the lodge at Lake Iwanttobethere. Today we're going to mix up a batch of Coney sauce. What you're going to need are 2 large sweet onions, some lard, a can of diced tomatoes, and the following seasonings: ground black pepper, chili powder, cayenne pepper, and garlic powder. We're going to take 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef, and we're going to brown that and add it to the crock pot along with these ingredients.
We're going to brown up 1.5 pounds of hamburger to add to the mix.
Of those 2 large sweet onions, we're going to take 1 1/2 and chop up finely to add to the pot. Okay, we put in the can of diced tomatoes, 1 1/2 sweet onions diced up, and the 1.5 pounds of ground beef into the crock pot. And now we're going to add 1 cup of water into the mix, and we're going to stir. Okay, now for the spices. We're going to add in 2 large tablespoons of lard into this mix. The reason being that it's hard to get ground beef that's not lean, and we want that oil in the Coney sauce so that we get all the whole mix that'll be able to soak into the bun and give you that Coney taste. Okay, after we've added that in, we're going to give just a touch of garlic powder to it. We're going to add just another touch, about 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of chili powder, and then we're going to add a good 1/2 teaspoon of black powder. You can also add a pinch of salt at this time, although we are going to add salt to the conies when we make them, so the salt is an option if you want to do it or not. Now we mix all this, cook on high for about 3 hours. Okay, the sauces have been cooking for about 3 hours on high in a slow cooker. As you can see, it's pretty rough and coarse. What we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're going to run it into a blender to make it into an actual sauce. About 15 seconds in a blender now turns your coarse sauce into Coney sauce. After sending the sauce through a blender, we now return it back to the crock pot and it's ready for serving. Building the perfect Coney is just as important as the Coney sauce. You first need to start off with natural casing wieners. If you're buying these from your butcher, just simply ask for snappers. To start building your perfect Coney, start off with steamed buns. This is as easy as just taking your buns, putting them in a plastic bag, and nuking them for 15 seconds. Butter the bun with some classic yellow mustard. Place your wiener on top of the mustard. Spoon on 2 generous helpings, or even 3, of your Coney sauce. That other 1/2 sweet onion that we diced up is now when you take that and fork on a couple of layers of onions, tapping down lightly, and lightly salt to taste. The secret of a good Coney is it should be Coney and hot dog from end to end. Stop. Add apple pie and a cold glass of milk, and you have a meal good anytime. From the kitchen at Lake Iwanttobethere.